So let's start with how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Tired, but I'm good. I feel like I'm doing so many stuff, like working, because I'm not just doing video and pictures full time. I'm also in healthcare. So I'm doing a lot in my life. So that's why I'm tired. Um, I would say I don't always have time to sleep. But whenever I have the time, I take it. This weekend I was not able to take it, so that's why. So definitely I played a little basketball. My family all they all play basketball. And I was around a lot of people who play basketball. So one day I just picked up a camera because they needed footage for a league. And so I started taking pictures, video. It was completely ugly. It was really ugly. Like it was really bad. The first shots were really bad. But then I just started to take pleasure in editing, taking pictures to another level, like seeing what I'm able to do creatively with like an image or a video. And that's where I started to have like more passion because I wasn't really paid for it. It was just the passion behind it. And that's when I started covering more games. And um, it just escalated like that, honestly. I think when you come with a camera and you're a girl and you go film or take pictures of sport, they're just like, okay, that she's not gonna do much or anything. But I think it was actually a good thing to be a woman in sport because the girls in sport don't also have a lot of coverage. So that's I think a perspective that I've been able to bring to the sport and in Montreal. So these girls are able to see themselves on Instagram or actually see themselves on other pages also. So that's something that I've heard girls say that they really like recognize that effort and they're really happy about it. So that's what motivates me even more to like put in or put out actually more footage of girls and exposure for them. I think at first, like I said, like they don't really take you seriously because they're like, okay, this girl. First of all, when you're filming, they expect you to know the game, and if I'm a girl, I don't know the game, obviously, to them. So I think that resistance was definitely present because they think you don't know basketball, you don't know what's happening, um, but I do. I understand what's happening. I understand there's an N1 now. I understand it's the end of the game, 3 seconds, and we're looking for a buzzer beater. So it's like girls also know. Don't just assume that a girl don't know the sport she's watching. So that's a big thing that I feel was present. They just assumed that girl didn't know what was happening or the sport. So that's the big resistance I think was present. Like mainly during COVID, March 2020. I've been watching videos, YouTube, and then I was missing a little bit of essai erreur, it's called. So actually going into the field, editing, and like seeing what works and not work, what works and what doesn't. Um, so when I got back on the field, that's when I got better, and now I think um, I've been also blessed to like ask questions to other people that have already done some great work. So that also really helps. But yeah, I'm definitely self-taught. I think in everything, if you want to make it, you have to be consistent. You can't just have a little spark here, spark there. Like I've seen the best results when I've been consistent and I've been having the most opportunities when I've been consistent. So that's why I continue to be consistent. Um, so yeah, that is definitely important. That's definitely the main word I would keep for like my whole journey. Like consistency is like a big for me, definitely. Definitely my parents. Uh, they've been consistent um and their work, like their personal lives, like working and doing the best at their work. Um, they've always been consistent and support, and they've always said that it's important to be consistent at school, which is a big because I'm African and African parents like consistency and being good at school is definitely a must. So yeah, they've definitely brought that aspect in my life. My parents definitely would want me to stay in the healthcare system. That's for sure. It's stable. It's something that's easy. Um, Not easy in the sense the job is easy, but I would say easy like stable. Um, but yeah, but I think right now they're starting to see that it's actually possible to go full time video because I've been having more contracts. So they're kind of starting to change their mind and be like, okay, my daughter's actually working and doing video and pictures at the same time, and she's still making money. So I don't know where the money's coming from, but she's doing it. So I feel like when they see the results, they don't have a reason to actually say it's not going to work. One thing that I like the most and seeing the competition either in Montreal, Ontario, basically in Canada, um, it's just the support we have in the community that it brings together. So when you go to a game, let's say it's finals, playoffs, or even a rivalry, you'll have the gym like full. I have goosebumps saying that, but you'll have like the gym full of energy. Like even if you have the two camps against, like people are gonna just support you to death. Like some people are really intense in sports, which I am too, but I would say the energy is really, really crazy. And to be behind the camera is really, I would say, a privilege. So I would say sometimes you're asked to like post some stuff that might be, I mean, disrespectful for some players or that are not actually, I would say, encouraging. Because at the end of the day, the people we post are human. So I think there's also a side to like we have to also stay human and have like values in what we post. So that's really the side I want to keep and make sure that when whatever I put to the world, yes, it could be funny, it could be a crazy moment, but I would always stay in something like respectful and not like degrading for someone. Moments where physically it's harder to go film a game like sports videography photography is definitely hard. um and I think when you get judged on, oh, you didn't post this, oh, why did you post this, why did you do that, blah 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 blah, like, and you get DMs where you're just posting and people are judging what you're posting, that definitely hits you a little. um but honestly, I think it's been just a learning experience. Like I like I said, I stick to my values and I post what I think is interesting, which what is connected to who I am, and what I think people are also gonna like. So it's all a mix of that. These were really um, moments I didn't even think I would have like early on. But these moments were really, really, I would say, special. Um, like having Lugansdor in the city and just seeing him, communicating to him like a normal Montreal person, like that was definitely chill. And capturing the moment. Like you don't have like players that are that good, that big, or that quick, that always come in front of you or like um, on your journey. Mathurin also was definitely special because I feel like I was able to witness who he is like before he gets on the NBA court. So that was definitely fire, and seeing him interact with like his teachers, his principal, it just shows you that yes, they're NBA stars, but they're human. Like they really started from the bottom. They started in like Montreal Nord, and um, and now they're killing, and they're still super humble. That's definitely something I saw in both of them. So that's definitely something I appreciated and saw and was able to capture. I think I've been going the way I want to go. Um, but maybe another goal would be to actually go to some like big events, obviously NBA games, but big events like the draft, some finals or playoffs, All Star Weekend. These are definitely big time events. And last thing would be definitely to have a contract with one of the players to actually film them or do work for them. I think traveling with boys is definitely an experience. They're like all over the place. Maybe a little bit more than girls. Um, but honestly, I really, really realized that I really got close to these kids and their journey when I came back to Montreal and I saw them and I was like, "What's up? Like, how are you?" So I really appreciate that side where I'm able to just know a little bit more about these boys and what are their goals. Like we're going to, for example, with CB Elite, like made hoops. These are big tournaments where circuits, I mean, where they're able to like showcase their talent. They're still young, but at the end of the day, where do you want to go? Well, some people are maybe less athletic, uh, less prone to make it to the pro leagues. So definitely we have that conversation where we're like, what would you do after? Like, what are your goals? Basketball is not the only thing you can do. What are you good at? So I think that's definitely something they're able to explore and that they understand more and more at an early age, like 14, 15, which I think it's good. Some people are the guys also are sometimes just stick on one idea and they just want to go pro. But I think that mostly they're able to have a conversation. Keeping a routine, keeping a routine has been definitely something that's helped me with resting. So uh, having like a certain time where you go sleep, um, waking up at a certain moment, even though um, I know I have a lot to do. Um, Sometimes also I think it's a matter of like not being hard on yourself. Like it's okay if you're late on that. It's okay. Like you're gonna make it on your deadline. Um, and just taking care of yourself too, because health is definitely something I've understood that it's so important. In the last year, 2 years, like you can't neglect your health